Alright guys, Darren from FBA Elite and welcome back to another video. So in this week's video, we're going to be taking a look at a metric that many new sellers misunderstand and also has a detrimental impact on their product research because they've been taught to use it the wrong way. And I remember when I was learning about Amazon FBA a few years ago, I would see this metric mentioned quite often, and also some people would use this as one of their leading indicators when deciding whether a product is any good or not. So in this video, I just want to dive into this metric in a bit more detail, explain to you how it actually works, explain to you why you should pretty much disregard this from your product research, and just go into a bit more detail so you guys fully understand what this means when you see other videos mentioning this particular metric. So let's take a product on Amazon. I'm going to take one that I used to sell, which is a key pouch. So this is a signal blocking key pouch, and when I sold this, I actually had a really good month or two with these. I think at one point I was selling between 80 to 90 of these pouches per day, but then the product got destroyed by negative reviews, so I had to stop selling it. But it was certainly a good product at the time. I probably wouldn't sell it now, just because being VAT registered and trying to make money at this price point is almost impossible. So I couldn't look at this product now, but certainly back before I become VAT registered, I did do okay with this product for a bit. But like I say, the reviews kind of killed this product. So let me give you an example of what I am talking about. If we click through to one of these products, and if we scroll down, we will see something called the BSR, or the best seller rank. So you can see here, it is ranked as number 8 in the automotive category, which is the top level parent category, and it's ranked number 1 in the anti-theft locking device category. So the BSR, the best seller rank in short, is how well your product is selling in direct comparison to other products listed within that same category. So what should happen if you have a lower BSR number, i.e. if you're ranked maybe 500 than someone that's ranked maybe 1000th, then you should, on paper, logically be selling more because you have a lower BSR rank. Now the BSR takes into account both most recent sales and a bit further back than that. So it's not always about who sold the most today. There is a little bit of lag there, but certainly your most recent sales will have the biggest impact on your BSR performance. Now where I see this misused, and if I go back to the actual search results here, now my Helium 10 extension will bring up these pieces of information here, which makes it a lot easier to kind of explain what I'm talking about. I'll see people on YouTube dishing out advice like find a product that has a BSR of a maximum of 50,000 and that will be a really good selling product. Well, that doesn't take into account two things. One, what marketplace you're on, because traffic and demand will be a lot higher on .com than, for example, it would be on .co.uk. And two, what category is that actually referring to? Because as you can see here, products are listed or can be listed in multiple categories. You always have at least two, which is the parent one, the top level, and then the one at the very bottom, the child category. But sometimes you'll see a product listed in 3 or 4 categories. So you can't just blanketly say that a BSR number is a cutoff zone and any products above this are good or any products are above that are bad, as it doesn't take into account those other factors. So that's why I completely disregard BSR from my product research. Now to kind of dive into this in a bit more detail, this is a good example here. So these guys could both basically say they've got a BSR as 1, but they're in different parent level categories. So if we run Helium 10 and see what they're actually selling, so we've got Lampard and Todoxy. Let's run X-ray here and see what they're actually selling. So Lampard are estimated to be 2,871 sales per month, and Todoxy 1,549. So about 900 difference, but their BSR on Amazon will be 1. So unless you're using the correct product research tools and understanding this fully, you might think that these products are actually selling similar figures. And that's why you just cannot use BSR for product research. I know some people use it as it is the free option, but you're just going to make bad decisions. The only time I would ever say to use BSR for product research is if you have a product yourself that you sell on Amazon, or you know someone else selling a product on Amazon and you know exactly how many sales they're making, and then you look at other products within exactly the same category, you could then make your own judgment. But unless you know exactly what at least one product in that category is doing, you have no idea what the BSR actually is meaning, giving you any sense of how many sales you might be making per month. So Don't fall into that trap. The other thing to keep in mind when people talk about BSR is the parent category. So if we look at these are, and we'll bring up X-ray again to give you some examples of what I mean with this. What should happen is if I sort this by BSR, what we should find is the one with the lowest BSR should be the highest estimated sales. Now, obviously these are estimated sales, but genuinely these are probably accurate within about 10% based on my own personal experience of using this software. You can see here, okay, the top one is selling just under 3,000 units. Let's exclude the sponsored listings from this as we run through. But then we come down and we've got someone that's got a BSR of 458, selling only 311 units. Yet someone with 600 is selling over 1,000 units, or a couple are selling over 1,000 units with a higher BSR. So this is why you cannot do this direct comparison. And the other thing that can throw this off as well, if you scroll down a bit further and maybe pick someone who's doing low sales, for example, you think, oh, these guys are doing really well because their BSR is around 3,000. But they've only got 34 sales per month at the moment. Yet further up, someone that's got a BSR of 3,000 is maybe doing 111 or 238 or 451. So you can see it really, really varies depending on what subcategory they belong to. So it's very, very important if you are going to use BSR in any possible way is to understand the meaning it has or doesn't have depending on what category you are in. So always find out what parent category products are in, and also the subcategory. And if you are using BSR as a comparative metric, make sure you're doing it on a like-for-like basis. Don't be comparing something that's in the automotive category with something that's in the electronics and photo category. And when we can run this as an example, bear in mind that these are both have a BSR of 1 in their child categories, but in the top level categories, being number 1 in the subcategory gets you 8th, and being number 1 in this subcategory gets you, in the top 400. So there's a big, big difference. So make sure you understand the nuances of BSR, how it works, and why you shouldn't use it for direct product research. Now, I do actually use BSR myself, and the way I like to use it is to keep a track of my own product when I'm actually selling. So let's say, for example, I was selling these products. So I'm going to say I'm the Monojoy customer here, or sorry, Monojoy seller here, and I am ranked number 3 in car remote controls. Now, what I would do, I would always keep an eye on this maybe once every few days, to get an idea of where I fall in the BSR in this chart. So not where I am in the search results, but where I am in the actual subcategory, what my BSR rank is like. Now, the reason I like to know this is if I have a really slow day in sales, I can come to here and I can see whether my BSR is about where it generally is. If it is, then I know it's just a general slowdown in the niche and it's just a slow day on Amazon. If I come on here and all of a sudden my BSR, I've dropped down to 10th or 15th or 20th, and most of the other products that you'll get used to seeing up there are still in those same positions, maybe that's a red flag, and maybe that's an indicator that you need to do some more research to figure out what's happened to your product that particular day. So that's where I use BSR. That is the most powerful way I use it, and that is to monitor products that actually sell on Amazon. So what I'm going to do now, for any of you that are looking to do product research, I'm going to pop up 2 videos showing you how I do product research. I'll also pop up some discount codes as well for Helium 10, which is the software that I use to do product research. If you're not already signed up at FBA Elite, these are the forums we have. They cover all areas of Amazon FBA. It's completely free to sign up. We've got over 4,000 members on there discussing Amazon FBA. We've also got a resource section on there as well with lots of exclusive videos, templates, and discounts for you guys to use. So if you found this video useful, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.